this one. Clear that off. Let's see how this goes.
Are we live? No.
And we are live. Let's see what happens here. See if anybody comes aboard. We are live. Let's just wait a minute or two. It is like I think it's what almost 1 a.m. in the morning. Let's see if anybody pops on. It is late. There we go. Hey, how you doing? Good evening from San Diego. It is 12:57 a.m. and a heck of a run from Yuma to San Diego. I got Marshall here. Let's make sure this stuff is going to clear. Good evening, everybody. Let me just type hello in here in the side. Streamlabs kind of went. Yeah, there it is. Streamlabs kind of went nutty tonight. Felt like we owed you guys a stream. Some interesting developments tonight in San Diego. That wasn't as bad as wasn't bad. Your rig did good going up that hill.
Yeah, it was.
You got down to about 25, but you as you said there, the temperature dropped a lot as you climbed.
The temperature dropped a lot, and the rig ran cool. It wasn't that bad, and it was a very nice ride. Very nice areas going through.
Yeah.
Some nice casinos where you could boondock. It was really, really nice. Beautiful houses in the valley.
See that temperature drop from 91 to 50.
I even noticed leaving out of Yuma, you noticed there was more of a breeze.
Yeah.
There's more of a breeze.
Because I think Yuma's kind of down in a little bit of a bowl in there. But no problem. Your temperature never. I guess as the temperature was dropping, it was
actually cooling. Yeah, that was a good thing about that. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody's out there. We got 9 people. I guess somebody will type something in there. I know my Streamlabs went kind of batty on there tonight. So
can you do this without the Streamlabs?
Yeah, I could do it without the Streamlabs.
Okay.
I have it just keyed in here. They're starting to come in now.
Well, somebody should type something and say hello.
Yeah, well, they will. Somebody will pop something in there. So I just hope the thing is working okay. And like I said, the thing spazzed out a little bit tonight. There we go. My world in OKC.
Can anybody confirm we're here? Say hello there.
Yeah, can you hear us okay? OKC, nice to see you. My Streamlabs kind of spazzed out on the way over. Yeah, we made it safe and sound. Thank you.
Made it safe and sound, and
I'm impressed. The Lisa Marie did good. It didn't miss a beat. It chugged a little bit there, but it was good. You probably still had some reserve power going up there. I don't think you had your pedal to the metal.
Yeah, I wasn't pushing it all the way.
Yeah, so
no. Most of the pass I was going 45 miles and over. I could have went higher, but I wanted to just be careful and stuff. So.
Yeah, so I was very happy the way it went tonight. How about your gas burn situation? Did you notice that you burned a lot of gas coming up that grade?
Of course, every time you go up a grade, you're going to burn more gas. But there was more of a downgrades than upgrades, and you save on gas.
Yeah.
But
that first climb was relentless when you're just up and then you're basically switchbacking up the hill, and it burns a lot of fuel. That climb.
Yeah, I think that the climb from the valley from Quartzsite into Prescott was much more difficult than this. Much more switchbacks and curves, and it was steeper and
I'm not really. I haven't been up to that area, and it didn't seem like Prescott was the kind of town that would interest me too much up there. So
I think that. I regret not coming here instead of going to Prescott. I think this is a much more interesting part of the country, desert Southwest. But you want to tell everybody about our new friend, Mr. A, for now?
Yep, we got a new friend here in San Diego. We pulled into.
We're not going to say where.
I'm just saying we pulled into a boondocking spot for the night, and a guy, he pulls up in his Honda, and he made a beeline for us right across the parking lot here.
Well, he came right up to the Lisa Marie.
Yeah,
first.
and he just started.
Yeah.
He called our name out, and I was like, "Whoa!" And he said, "Elvis, Rosie."
The timing was. It was. I pulled right in, and right when I pulled in, this guy simultaneously pulled up right up next to me, and the timing was like. I don't know how that timing was perfected like that. It was just unbelievable. I pull into a spot, and somebody pulls in simultaneously.
Well, evidently this guy's actually tracked us on the set up to intercept us on Interstate 8.
Yeah.
And I'm always kind of concerned, as we get more known in things, more people will pop out of the woodwork, whether you're on foot and doing choo-choos, or hey Mally, how you doing? 10 a.m. in the morning there. More people come up to you these days.
I never thought in my life that I'd have I've met two fans in Yuma. I met a fan in Los Algodones. I meet this guy here in the San Diego area, and he watches me and Rosie. So it really is, this road trip has been amazing that people are popping everywhere out of the woodwork, literally everywhere.
Hey Nathan, how you
doing?
doing?
It's pretty amazing that the people that we reach, Rosie. I think
it is.
It's a smaller world.
It's got an upside and it's a downside, because I'm sure one of these times we'll probably encounter somebody that wants to unload, get a load off their chest. But so far, I don't think most people would ever put it into act. They're going to say things on the...
For the majority, my experiences have been all pretty positive, but
it's the law of large numbers. The more it happens, the more apt sometime you're going to hit somebody.
Exactly.
Star Walkers. Well, I mean, you'd be surprised the people that come up and meet us. They actually, well, to be quite honest, you're going to be seeing Mr. A over the next day or so, and Mr. A said, "I just don't like boring content." That's the bottom line.
I think what I've noticed the difference between the people that watch Rosie and me, even my women fans have went up from 20 to 40% since the drama community came in. But there's a lot more women that watch Rosie than me. Much higher percentage of women that watch Rosie than me. So I think it's a difference between our audience.
Yeah. Well, this guy was he watches a pretty tight community on here, but I think it was, you can say most hated person, most liked person, but what I've learned is people like interesting content. They don't want to follow like boring vanilla people on YouTube, and that's the message that Mr. A came ringing out loud and clear. Is they're happy to meet you. They're not all put off by all the drama and all the shenanigans that happen on YouTube. They're like, they can't wait to come up and shake your hand and say, "Wow, I can't believe I'm finally meeting you guys," and it's it's a nice experience.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Glad we I'm glad we made it too. I worried a lot, but the rig powered over it with no problem at all, and that was a good thing. That was a very good thing. Now, how about the temperature here? Huh?
Oh, the temperature here is really nice. I'm sure it probably gets a little bit, hotter in the daytime, but going up to those mountains, the temperature in those mountains is so nice and pleasant, and it's there's no humidity. There's no humidity at all. So it's pretty amazing.
Well, the Star Walker, this guy certainly didn't hate Elvis, that's for sure. the point he drilled home is that he likes the he's like, I like the shtick, I like the whole deal.
Well, you know,
if you get in a closed environment week in and week out, and you're talking to the same people, and it becomes like an echo chamber of, you start to believe that everybody on YouTube feels the same way as a relatively small group of people that talk on the daily. In reality, there's a huge group of people out there on YouTube that don't engage and don't get involved in this small group.
But they're watching.
But they're watching. Like, this guy doesn't comment.
No, when I saw this guy and I saw the smile on his face. And
JK, how you doing?
The smile on his face and the glow on his face, and he hugged me and Rosie, and he was so happy to see us. I could see just the love coming from this guy's soul and spirit. And you know, yeah, there's a group of trolls and haters that they get together and they intimidate people, they bully people, but there's a lot of people watching that are not part of y'all's little troll group. This little group that comes in, you know, it's a group, it's a clique. There's cliques, there's tribes of trolls, like there's tribes of RVers. And there's a lot of people out there that are watching that are not part of y'all's tribe of hate or your group mob mentality of attacking people. Whether it's me or Rosie or anybody else, there's a lot of people watching. And every time we see this, it's proven, since me and Rosie have done this road trip, people that watch me and her that are not part of this troll group. So no, it's not all trolls like people say. There's a lot of people watching that are not trolls. And it's proven every day. It's being proved. So some don't even want to be on camera. There's a lot of people. I've already met 3 people in Yuma and Algodones that are my fans that watch me that don't want to be on camera, but they watch me. They're not trolls. So what we see on YouTube, the trolls, that's the surface. You don't see the whole picture. There's a lot of people watching. So.
Well, that's what's been drilled home to me this summer is I enjoy the people that I see on the daily, but it's been impressed on me how many people say, "Oh yeah, I watch every day, but I don't comment or I don't choose to be in the side streams." But I love watching the content.
Right.
You know, this guy's like, "Oh, I loved your adventures in up on the Great Lakes in Milwaukee and Chicago." And
they'll come up and meet you anywhere, anytime. You could be walking down the street, you could be driving in somewhere, and that's just reality.
Well, Pizza Kitty, you said you're new to my channel, so welcome aboard.
A lot of new people.
Welcome aboard. I'm saying Star Walker Blue, if you have the opinion that Elvis is the most hated person, and I would say that you're incorrect. Maybe within the small sphere of the daily that we see on YouTube, but what happened tonight with the guy that you'll see over the next couple of days tells me that there's a much bigger universe of people out there that will come out and meet you on the road. They'll make it a point. They'll get in a car, they'll go up on the highway, and they will wait to intercept
surprise
you
and say hello to you,
and come down and see where you're going and come to meet you. Now,
and this individual, he had and I'm not trying to say he's both of our fans. He watches both of us, but he came up to me first and Lisa Marie. He greeted me before.
Well, because he came up on that side.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who he greeted first.
But I'm just saying
he knew both of us.
He knew both of us, and the bottom line is,
when I walked around this car, van, he said, "Rosie, Elvis."
Yeah. So,
nice to meet you. So
I think that the mob mentality of the trolls.
Thank you. I don't know which with notification.
They don't realize how many good people are watching. There's good people that are watching that comment. Some of them don't comment, but they're watching, and they're watching all over the place. And so, Rosie's realizing this more and more that she gets on the road. And
it's nice.
It's a bigger, smaller world than we think. So
it really is, and I think we often get influenced in our thought what we see on the daily, on the chats and on the side chats. But in reality, it's always been really now just how many more people are out there watching. I mean, if you have a stream and you'll do 2,000 or 3,000 views on a stream, that's a lot of other people that are watching that. It's not
exactly.
It's not 200 people within the Boyd sphere that are watching that. There's
I think it's going to come to a point with me and Rosie's channels growing, that every city we go to, literally every city.
Hey, there's Pat. How you doing, Pat? Mr.
Oh,
A
he's in there?
the chat. There it is.
Where's he at?
Flat Pat.
What's his name?
Pat.
Oh, Flat Pat. Hey, how you
Yeah,
doing, Pat?
Flat
Nice
Pat.
to see you,
Yeah.
brother. Yeah, I think it's going to come to a point that people like Pat
Hey, Shannon.
are going to come out of the woodwork all over the place. It's going to come to a point where it'll happen in every city and every state.
We're,
you know,
we're at our base where we're going to do some exploring and stuff for the next couple days. Yeah, this is Flat Pat on the side chat here. He is Mr. A here, and he will be taking us around the meeting up with him and showing us some of the towns around here in the San Diego area. So that was really cool. Tomorrow I'm hoping that we can go up to El Cajon, because it does have it's an interesting city. It's a very comfortable here, the weather.
Right.
It does have a Middle Eastern a Chaldean community up there.
I am just ecstatic about, well, a very interesting part of the country. It's got something for everybody, something for Rosie, something
Thank
for
you,
me.
Pat.
I think it's a very, I kind of regret not coming here and going to Prescott. I really do. I think there's there'll be a lot of interesting things about this part of the country.
Well, you got time to explore it, and
Yeah.
I always said once you got to California, you would probably want to stay in California. You wouldn't want to go back to Florida or places like that because of the weather, the diversity, the different cultures. I don't know if Florida, you know, have a Cuban culture,
But,
obviously a Puerto Rican culture, which is great. And I love Cuban food and Puerto Rican food.
Yeah.
But you see a very broad base.
The prices of gas here is very high. I've seen it for $3.50 a gallon. It's literally
Thank you, Patricia.
$1 more here than it was in Yuma, and probably the taxes and prices of food and things are going to be a lot higher here.
Yeah, thank you,
It's a very
Sean.
high cost of living.
Well,
here.
Patricia, we rolled into town, and we're going to call him Mr. A, or he's also known as Pat here in the side
Is there
chat.
anybody else in San Diego that wants to meet up with us?
Hey, Kathy, how you doing, sweetie?
Any other San Diego people?
Hey, how you doing, Brandon? But it was really great. So yeah, we're looking. You'll be seeing Pat, aka Mr. A, on the streams and stuff over the next couple days, and I think he really knows El Cajon. So, in some of these areas, he grew up in the San Diego area, so he's going to be a good. He agreed to hang out with us and show us around and show us some stuff.
Yeah, that'll be really cool.
That's the best people that can come out and meet you and say, "Oh, I know where this is," or "I know where you can."
I know where you can
boondock. Oh, you know, you can. If you need to crash or whatever, I mean, really, really, really nice.
Really cool.
Yeah, JK said, I lived in 7 states, was born in Arkansas, California was the best. That's the way I feel. Bodegas in Cali over here have MD 2020. How well?
Is there anybody else from San Diego, San Diego area or San Diego?
Well, the ride, Patricia says, what's Marshall going to do without the escort back to Algodones? The plan is to leave. It's not a long run from Algodones to just take this van back, go to the border, go over. It's not going to be a long day, and then just drive back to. And then we'll head up to NorCal. So that's the plan. Yeah, JK NoCal is skilled. Vanessa, how are you, sweetie? Was sleeping, woke up to you, and we're glad you made it safe. Thank you, Amy. Thank you very much. Yeah, we had a nice gentleman show up at tracked us on the highway tonight, which was kind of cool.
And surprised us, and like I said, very nice gentleman and a very interesting part of the country, and hopefully we'll be hanging out with him for the next couple of days.
Your antibiotics and stuff?
Yeah, I'll probably take them a little bit.
You better stay on schedule with them.
But like I said, I was just curious, is there anybody else from San Diego? Is there anybody else you think from San Diego?
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Diane wants to meet.
Who's Diane?
She's on Life with Diane, her channel. You see her on the chat. She's a
Drama community?
No, I don't know if she's drama. No, she hangs around the board. She hangs around a lot of communities. She would like to meet up.
Well, it's late at night right now, so we still got 60, but it's late.
Yep.
We're on Pacific time right now. What is it? Pacific?
Yeah, it's 4:15 in the morning on the East Coast.
On the East Coast, yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty tired. It's been a long day. The heat, I can't tell you what the heat takes out of you in the desert. Now you come up here, you feel kind of rejuvenated. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm alive again. And I want to get the selfie stick and go out chooching on a...
well, I wish you'd come down here chooching down here more than chooching in the Sin City, Rosie. Would you do that more, Rosie?
Yes, I would. Yep. Yes, I would. He really hates that I like Las Vegas.
Reno, I'm chooching in 110 degrees in Reno tonight. I'm going to walk 6 miles.
I'm riding Devon Avenue, guys. Here I am on Devon Avenue again.
Let's chooch in Reno.
Garib. Here I am again. Let's get the chili chicken.
Hey, I'm here in Petaluma.
Oh my God, Marshall! If you go to Petaluma one more time, I'm gonna blow my brains out if I see you boondocking down there. Yeah, so like I say, if anybody else is in the area, and a lot of people will see this on the morning that Pat's showing
they can
up
email you right at
icanmakeitlikenew@gmail.com, and Mr. A, who's graciously agreed to act as a tour guide around the San Diego area. So I think first stop will be El Cajon, and going up there and checking that out. So that'll be cool.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
Yep, and there he's Flat. What is that? Flat Pat? Yeah. So he's a very, very nice guy. Like you say, you never know when somebody comes up on the street. And but if they make a point to follow you or find you on the intercept you on the road, it's a nice thing. But he said, he doesn't do a lot of side chat talking,
right? But
he enjoys the content. You can't tell people what to like or what not to like on YouTube. Deborah, will you all meet Deborah Joy? I've never heard of Deborah Joy. Do I know her? Star Walker? Do I?
All the people out of the San Diego come out of the woodwork. San Diego surrounding areas. We're here, Rosie O'Kelly.
Yeah, I'm just not a Star Walker. I'm not sure if I know Deborah Joy. I don't think I've ever. Oh, she's RV. Yeah, I don't follow her. I don't know if she. I'm kind of
what's unique about Pat is he watches both of us. Sometimes it's usually people that mostly watch Rosie that meet up, and they kind of might watch me a little bit. But this guy watches both of us. So.
Oh, she's a van person. Okay, I never heard of her before.
Where's all the Elvis Travels fans?
Yeah, Amy, I would have loved to have met you at the Brat stop up there in. I'd like to go back and more up in Wisconsin to the Sheboygan and some of those areas. But you'll probably never get him out of California again, to be honest. There's just... make sure you check out Daddy's Hot Dogs in San Diego, the best sausages in town. That's what you like to hear. Best sausages in town.
If you're in San Diego, you've got to check out the Mexican food, seafood, Middle Eastern food. Rosie likes... I don't know. I don't know what
oh, she's living in an apartment now. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to have to look her up, Deb. You ever heard of Deborah Joy? Cheryl Highfield, nice to see you. Archaeofuturist. Yeah, glad we made it. I'm sorry we lost signal. You can't control, you're going through canyons and things like that, and it's hard to...
I think we have a lot of fans in Los Angeles. Where's everybody from Los Angeles?
Oh, she's a Mobiline in Mobiline in Oceanside. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Star Walker, for that tip. Like I said, I think Life with Diane. she's expressed interest in meeting up. She's down in the area here.
Where's all the Californians? People from San Jose, San Diego, Los Angeles, Modesto, Ceres, Turlock, Sacramento. I mean, all the way up between San Diego and Santa Rosa. Where's all the Californian fans?
Well, I'm sure J.K. NoCal can. Can't wait to. This guy can pound nails in with his head. I'm just.
I don't mind sitting down and having a barbecue, having some cold ones, sitting down.
You'll be fine. You guys will be real pals. Were you scared?
Whiskey OG, where's he at?
No, you know what changed Elvis? Truck driving changed him. When he used to drive, and I drove with him way before he was a trucker, he didn't drive with confidence. Okay, he drove, but he didn't. I'm not saying he wasn't confident, but now when you see him whip this camper van around and back it up, I mean, you got to remember there's a 3-foot rack on the back of that van. Truck driving really made you a lot more confident.
Oh, yeah.
I think this
is like driving a little toy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think that benefited you greatly to have that experience because now. You know, you're fearless on the road, and
right.
You know, it was impressive. You know, it was chugging a bit there. It got down to about 25, 30, but it kept moving forward.
Yeah, well, if I wanted to go 50, 55, all I got to do is put it in
San Francisco. Okay, can you ask Elvis? He still has those nice puffy shirts, or will they not? Or will they not fit anywhere? I have no idea, Brandon.
I still have my puffy shirts.
I like the blue one. That's my favorite.
Yes, I still have those. I just...
He actually appeared since last time I saw him that he had lost a few pounds since the last time I had seen him. Well, he went through the training, and I can really tell that something changed, J.A., about the way he handled the rig.
I went through...
Yeah, I don't know if I'll choose Skid Row this time. L.A. will probably be a separate, whole separate... You can boondock anywhere in L.A. and there's just so much Westwood, Hollywood, there's Beverly Hills, there's so many communities.
Not only did I go through the training, I was a truck driver.
There you go,
I was delivering loads and doing team loads. I went past the training. And
let's see, our future says, Elvis, you drove a semi. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I want to reiterate to people, I finished the training and all the book work to get the CDL to become a driver, and I was at the point where I was training with a lease operator and to do 30,000 miles and then to get paid per mile, but I was delivering loads doing team. I was basically a truck driver for about a month, so I went past the training. I was a professional CDL driver, not a trainee. So.
Well, that's it. Anyway, guys, just a short stream tonight to say, Mr. A, Pat, thank you for coming out and meeting us here in San Diego. We look forward to, maybe looking at El Cajon tomorrow and checking out El Cajon.
It'll be cool to check things out. I hope
cool
more people from San Diego area, now that we're in here, come out of the woodwork and email Rosie. I can make it like new at gmail.com if anybody else wants to meet us.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, Pat. Thank you. And Pat's perfectly cool to be. You too, Winky. Perfectly cool to be on stream. I'll tell you, it's going to be so comfortable tonight. Sleeping, it's going to be unbelievable. Rosie doesn't have to sweat in the heat of the Arizona desert, and that is a beautiful
thing. She doesn't have to sweat in Reno or Las Vegas either. She's in San Diego now, Little Rascal.
Yep, I'm in San Diego. Rosie is back home in California. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you on the morning chooch tomorrow, and then you'll get to meet Mr. A tomorrow and hang out with Mr. A, and hopefully Mr. A will be able to get his plugged into El Cajon.
Hey, remember, guys, it's the Rosie's tradition, bright and early.
Bright and
$4
early.
deal at Denny's.
Johnny on the spot.
Johnny on the spot.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.
Good night from an undisclosed
Undisclosed
location.
location in the San Diego metropolitan area. Thanks, everybody.